Hello? Hello? Perfect. Oh, no. I'm going to have to move my microphone. I moved up my, moved around my camera, and now I don't know if the audio is going to come through very well. Did not think of that one. I will have to see and just test. Okay, now I'm going to have to test the stream because I don't know how the sound is going to come through. Okay, testing. Oh, that sounds, hold on. I gotta bump it up. Testing. It's not that bad, but it's still not optimal. I will get that fixed in a future stream. But yes, I switched up my recording, so you'll see a profile view of me from now on. But I think it's better for the cards anyways. So I'll figure all that out eventually. But yeah, let's show what's going on. This might have clocked out. There we are. So I recently got a hold of 3 of these Topps Baseball 1988 picture cards. Never before opened, or so they claim. And apparently there's just 500 random cards in this collection. So yeah, we'll be going through and we'll see what we have. Let me get my gloves on. The goal is to find some good cards that are worth grading. So fingers crossed we come across some hits. But I thought this was going to be really fun for me because obviously there is a very limited supply of these cards because they were produced in 1988 and they no longer are produced. So I thought that would be really fun to open them up straight from the source as opposed to, just piecemeal collecting cards. Go through as an individual in 1988 would collect these card packs. So I ordered from 2 different sources. One was very adamant about ensuring that the packs were not opened. So they went through the trouble of filming themselves opening up the bigger box that had these individual cartons, I guess you could say, of cards, and then immediately wrapping them up to ensure that he didn't look through any of the cards, he didn't exchange them for any cards. The other, so that was one vending pack that I ordered. I have 2 others, and this is one of which that didn't go through all of that trouble, but they claimed that it's unsearched as far as I'm concerned. And it also wasn't packaged very well, these 2. I don't know if this is just how the box came, and I don't know if it got damaged during shipping, but I'm going to be more critical of the cards because if I'm going to submit them for grading, I want to ensure that they're the quality that I expect. So let's just take a look at the box first. Produced by the world's largest publisher of Picture Cards for America's fastest growing hobby. Then you can see little kids there, putting them in a book of sorts. An educational hobby for boys and girls. I like that. And what's this? Topps for the fun of it. Topps chewing gum. Topps chewing gum? I didn't know that Topps was a chewing gum company. Doria, Pennsylvania. That's interesting. So let's open her up. And let me just take note of the corners here are a little bit, I don't know, discolored, but I don't know if it's just because it was in a cardboard box. But largely it looks like besides maybe the end cards, the majority of the cards are fine. So yeah, I have a list of cards up now. And I sorted them by price, so we can go through and make sure that I have all the supplies that I need. First and foremost, there we go. Got my semi-rigid card holders at the ready. And also top loaders, just in case I find any Chicago Cubs that I want to keep. So I guess the easiest way to do this is to just break into it and see what we got. So this will probably be obviously the first stream of many, but I'll probably go through a little bit slower because I want to verify, if the card's worth anything. So, and at the end I'll do the labor-intensive work of like actually logging every individual card. But at least for like now, for time's sake, I'll just manually verify. So we got Jose Oquendo, and yeah, visually these cards look pretty flawless. Maybe the one of the ends may not be, one of the corners. No, it looks to be in a really good condition card. We got Rich Yet. We have Pat Sheridan. We have Greg Nettles of the Braves. Bruce Hurst of the Red Sox. Keith Hughes of the Phillies. We will keep him aside. We got Lonnie Smith of the Royals. Indians, Jay Bell. We got Pat Pasillo of the Reds. John Russell of the Phillies. We'll also put him aside. Mike Young of the Orioles. Mark Sullivan of the Red Sox. We got Billy Bean of the Tigers. Fred Lynn, also of the Orioles, I should say. Wally Joyner of the Angels. Sam Horn of the Red Sox. Todd Froworth of the Phillies, we'll set him aside. Alan Anderson of the Twins. Let me just verify real quick visually, making sure we didn't come across any names that I skipped. No, doesn't look like it. Tim Teufel of the Mets. Jamie Quirk of the Royals. We got Mike Stanley of the Rangers. We have Darnell Coles of the Pirates. We have Bob Forsch of the Cardinals. We have Freddie Manrique of the White Sox. Todd Worrell of the Cardinals. We got Brian Downing of the Angels. John Crook of the Padres. Larry Anderson of the Astros. We have Pete Rose, a manager of the Reds. Joel McKeon of the White Sox. We have Chris James, another Phillies, we'll set aside. Jeff Robinson of the Pirates. Juan Benequez of the Blue Jays. We have Domingo Ramos of the Mariners. Ozzie Smith of the Cardinals. We got Jim Morrison of the Tigers. And Mickey Hatcher of the Dodgers. So let me put these aside. And like I said, eventually I'll probably after this stream I'll work on getting penny sleeves on all the cards. But for right now, I'll just do the ones in my personal collection. Come on. My eyesight is tricking me. Got a little bit of a bend to it. Not to say that the card's damaged in any way, but sometimes you get that. I just got a teaser in there. And Keith Hughes. There we go. I'm wondering, is this 572, 3? Okay. Just verifying that they weren't in any sort of order. Like it was 500 cards, 1 through 500, and this is actually just randomly inserted cards, rather. All right, let's see who we have. We have John Moses of the Mariners. Oop, upside down, we got a couple cards. So we'll go like that. We got Chet Lemon of the Tigers. We got Brad Havens of the Dodgers. We got Gary Pettis of the Angels. We have Rick Manning of the Brewers. We have Joey Cora of the Padres. Finally, our first Cubs, we got Ed Lynch. Keep that aside. Red Sox, Ellis Burks. Is he Ellis Burks? No, but he is a Topps All-Star rookie. So I'm gonna set aside the rookie cards. John Davis of the Royals. We have Tom Browning of the Reds. Greg Booker of the Padres. We have Eric King of the Tigers. Devin White, another All-Star rookie for the Angels. Devin White, not on the list. We have Gerald Young of the Astros. We have Bill Landrum of the Reds. Oop, we got Gino Petralli of the Rangers. Gene Petralli, no. Gene Larkin, but not Petralli. It's Gene that we're looking for. Gene, not Gino. We got Jack Lazorko of the Angels. We have Bob Brower of the Rangers. We have Ruben Sierra of the Rangers, and it looks like that card got a little damaged. That's okay. To be expected in these cards. We got Pat Clements, which I am surprised that he is not on the list. All right. Frank DiPino of the Cubs, we'll set him aside. Got Ozzie Guillen of the White Sox. Is Ozzie on there? No, Ozzie's not on there. Charlie Hugh of the Rangers. We got a checklist, 529 to 660, and this is card number 649, or 646 rather. Cool, set that aside. Tom Bolton of the Red Sox. We have John Morris of the Cardinals. Oh, and it looks like there's a little bit of damage here at the top too, which is unfortunate. Sparky Anderson, manager of the Tigers. We got Shane Rowley. Looks like his printing error got a little fudged. Bob Welch of the Dodgers. We have another checklist, 661 to 792. That is number 776. We got Joel Youngblood. That's quite a cool name. We got Danny Tartable. Is Danny Tartable not on there? Nope. Another one, no. Rick Ruschel of the Giants. Oh, Yankees leaders. Here we go. We have, who are these guys? 1991 team leaders. Willie Randolph and Dave Righetti? Quite possibly. That's interesting. I'll set this one aside too. We got Tim Stoddard of the Yankees. We have Tom Pagnozzi. Let me bump up my arm here. Oop. It might be as high as it goes, unfortunately. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit so I'm not... my hand is not... Also, I feel like I'm slouching a lot. There. What if I did something like this? But then it looks really weird. That's fine. Tim Pagnozzi. Or Tom Pagnozzi, sorry. Let me see. Nope. We got Jim Whalewander. That's another cool last name. Gary Templeton of the Padres. Gary's not on our list. Dennis Eckersley of the Athletics. We have Dodgers leaders. Look at that. And who are these individuals? They are Pedro Guerrero and Brian Holton, assumably. That they picked the two top players, or just like any team leaders, I guess. You got George Hendrick of the Angels. We have Vaughn Hayes of the Phillies. We will put him aside for our personal collection. Mike Dunn, another rookie, who is unfortunately not on their list either. Let's see who we got. Pat Perry of the Reds. We're looking for Pat Sheridan. Tom O'Malley of the Rangers. We got Danny Heap of the Dodgers. We have Bob Patterson of the Pirates. We got Eric Show of the Padres. We have Kurt Ford of the Cardinals. Record breakers, Nolan Ryan. Hey, we will definitely take that one. Number 6. Let's put Nolan Ryan in a semi-rigid. And there we are. A record breaker 87. This is card number 6. So a little bit of defects in like the printing, but you know, good edges as far as I can tell. I'm unsure about the centering. That's one thing that I want to get better at, is registering the centering of the cards to be able to better predict the grading. We got Mario Soto of the Reds. We have Dave Clark of the Indians. Is Dave on our list? No, Dave is not. We have Whitney Herzog, a manager for the Cardinals. John Habian of the Orioles. No, we need John Candelaria. We got Howard Johnson of the Mets. Who else do we have? Ooh, another 87 record breaker, Eddie Murray. Most consecutive games, switch home runs. I'll also put that in a... We have a healthy collection of... let me see. This one should be like this. A healthy collection of Eddie Murray cards in our collection. So always happy to add him. And this is card number 4, actually. Carefully put that in a semi-rigid. Make sure equal pressure at the top of the cards, not touching the corners, and slid right in like a dream. Now we have Turn Back the Clock, Ron Blomberg of the New York Yankees. 1973, that is card number 663, which is pretty cool. Although I don't think he is on our list of top cards. So we will continue the search. Lloyd McClendon of the Reds. We have Dave Johnson, a manager for the Mets. We have Jose Cruz of the Astros. All right, have our rookie cards right next door. And we will continue our collection, personal collection of Phillies cards and Cubs cards. All right, let's grab this stack right here. Very carefully, like. All right. Get a big chunk like that, and let's cut it off here. Oh, Mike Schmidt of the Phillies. I will gladly take that one. But let's go through these cards first. Rafael Belliard. No. Jeff Montgomery of the Reds. Jeff is not on the list. Eventually, I'll just know all the names from looking back and forth so long. Mitch Webster of the Expos. We have Claudell Washington of the Yankees. That is quite a name. Claudell Washington. Storm Davis of the Athletics. We have Scott Sanderson of the Cubs. We will put him for our personal collection. Mookie Wilson is actually on the list. Congratulations, Mookie. We'll put you in a semi-rigid. Carefully slide him in. Oop, too far off to the right. There we go. Perfect. All right. Who else do we have? We have Jack Clark of the Cardinals. We have John Candelaria. Is he not on our list? John Marzano is on the list. Interesting. Greg Maddux, of the Cubs, that a personal collection. Keith Miller of the Mets. We have Carmen Castillo of the Indians. Bob Sebra of the Expos. Dale Murphy of the Braves. We got Darryl Akerfelds of the Indians. Gary Matthews of the Mariners. Don't have a Gary. Dan Petrie of the Tigers. Rafael Santana of the Mets. Another record breaker by Don Mattingly. Ooh, looks like it has a little bit of a bubble here and a little bit of discoloration, so I won't put that in a semi-rigid, unfortunately. We got another checklist. Always good to have. Always good to have. Bob Walk of the Pirates. Ron Roenicke of the Phillies, personal collection. Lee Lacy of the Orioles. Terry Kennedy of the Orioles. We have, Dwight Gooden, All-Star National League, right-hand pitcher. I don't know if Dwight Gooden is on our list. Oh, he is. But it's number. Oh, it is number 405. Oh, look at that. Sweet deal. I will definitely put that in a semi-rigid. Carefully. I don't know if PSA is like more lenient towards the older cards because I don't know. I feel like it's impossible. Maybe that's why they're so expensive is because it's like impossible to get a PSA 10 out of these. But it's worth a shot, at least as far as I'm concerned. You know, even if they don't get a PSA 10 rating, a PSA 9 I'd be happy with. Let's see, we got Kelly Downs of the Giants. We got Bobby Thigpen of the White Sox. Jim Leyland, manager of the Pirates. Thad Bosley of the Royals. We got Bob Rogers, manager of the Expos. Chuck Finley of the Angels. Len Sakata of the Yankees. We have Chuck Krim of the Brewers. We got Mike Pagirulo of the Yankees. Chuck Jackson of the Astros. Just organizing myself over here. Jeff Hamilton of the Dodgers. We have Jimmy Williams. That's an interesting way to spell Jimmy. Jimy. Yeah, Jimmy Williams. We have Willie McGee. Is Willie up there? No. We got Doyle Alexander of the Tigers. We have Roger McDowell of the Mets. Jose Rio of the Athletics. Kevin McReynolds of the Mets. Dave Stewart of the Athletics. We have Brian Dayette of the Cubs, personal collection. Jesse Orozco of the Mets. Rick Aguilera of the Mets. We have Keith Moreland, another personal collection. Back-to-back Cubs cards. Look at that. Jody Davis of the Cubs. John Tudor of the Cardinals. We have Wally Backman of the Mets. We have Joe Price of the Giants. We got Dennis Boyd of the Red Sox. Denny Martinez of the Expos. Another checklist. We've got Jimmy Jones of the Padres. We have Bruce Bochy. Look like a little bit of fuzz in the top left here. I think some of the finish may be coming off of that. That's fine. Bruce Brocher and Al Newman of the Twins. Let us penny sleeve our keeps. And I'm going to put this Mike Schmidt in a semi-rigid as well. There we go. Excellent. Let me move some things around my desk. As always, we are swiftly running out of room. But that is a-okay. Let's keep the show go. Oh! Why am I grabbing more cards? I have one right here. I have a fat stack. So, let's continue. We got Bill Gullickson. Oop, I'm lagging here a little bit. There we go. Bill Gullickson of the Yankees. Keith Hernandez of the Mets. Ray Sarich of the White Sox. Terry Poole of the Astros. We got Darryl Miller of the Angels. Bryn Smith of the Expos. Joel Davis of the White Sox. Joe Sambito of the Red Sox. We're looking for Joe Bover of the Joes. We got Mike Mason of the Cubs. Dave Schmidt of the Orioles. John Kengliosi. Yeah, and he's actually one of the top ones on the roster. So big pull there. Big pull here. Wow. I don't know how accurate some of these are, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. They say that a PSA 10 is approximately going for like $700. I don't know how accurate that is. There might be like a little typo or something. But in any case, I am more than happy to penny sleeve and top load. Or penny sleeve and semi-rigid, rather. Let's see what else we got. We got Jim Rice of the Red Sox. Tom Troublehorn, manager of the Brewers. Doug Sisk of the Mets. We have Steve Lake of the Cardinals. We have Harold Reynolds of the Mariners. Steve Crawford of the Red Sox. We got Mark Grant of the Padres. Jeff Calhoun of the Phillies. Keep that. Bob Brenly of the Giants. We're looking for Bob Ojeda. Jim DeShanes of the Astros. We got Charlie Kerfeld of the Astros. Don Carmen of the Phillies. We need Don Sutton. Mike Felder of the Brewers. And Mike is not on there. Looking at Tim Hullett of the White Sox. Alan Schrammel of the Tigers. Winningham of the Expos. That's an interesting name. Paul O'Neill of the Reds. Rob Murphy of the Reds. We have Jeff Reardon of the Twins. Tim Burke of the Expos. Felix Furman of the Pirates. We got Jody Reed, of the Red Sox. We got Steve Ontiveros of the Athletics. Cal Ripken Sr. Is he not on here? I would assume so. I'm gonna put him in a semi-rigid and top loader anyways. have it. Who else we got? Nick Asaski of the Reds. We have Len Dykstra of the Mets. Who do we have here? Royals leaders. We have Spurg. Is it Seitzer? No, it's SH. Or is it Saberhagen? Yep, that's Saberhagen and someone else. Unfortunately, I can't decide which one they are. Sal Butera of the Twins. We got Kirby Puckett. Hey, of the Twins. I'll take him. Kirby Puckett. I will actually put a semi-rigid on him in just a minute. Rob Deere. Deer, oh dear, bucket of beer. Ooh, Cubs leaders. I will take that. I will gladly take that. Bill Wilkinson. Eric Plunk of the Athletics. We have Louis Quinones of the Cubs. Keep that. Ooh, and a Barry Bonds. Ooh, boy. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It looks like a little bit of issue on the corner with just a little bit, but we will gladly add a Barry Bonds to the collection. He goes for $150, PSA 10. Excellent, excellent. I'm going to take a quick break here, but I'm going to leave the stream on. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. All right, I am back. I'm gonna raise myself up too. I shrunk myself way too low. There, a little better. And I got me new gloves. The number one card that we're looking for, by the way, is a Don Mattingly, World of Baseball. Ooh, there we go. Just moved my microphone a bit. Oh, now it's blocking me. There we go. A little better. There. All right, let's put our Kirby Puckett away. All right, and let's get back into it. So we got Joe McGrain. Ooh, come on, there we go. Joe McGrain. We got Phillies leaders. Heck yeah. We got Donnell Nixon of the Mariners. Ooh, Cal Ripken. There we go. We got Cal Ripken Jr. Another one that we could top load. Or semi-rigid. Come on. There. There we go. Another one in the books. Let's see who else we got. Robin Yount of the Brewers. We got Barry Jones of the Pirates. Bob Nepper of the Astros. Dave Winfield of the Yankees. We got Danny Darwin of the Astros. Looking for Danny Gladden. Steve Sachs of the Dodgers. We got Wallace Johnson of the Expos. We got Bruce Sutter of the Braves. We're looking for Bruce Benedict. We got Eric Nolt of the Padres. Chili Davis. It's quite the name. I like that. Mike Smithson of the Twins. We got Jim Gott of the Pirates. We have Mike Moore of the Mariners. Zane Smith. Hey, representation. We got a Twins leaders. I think the one that we're looking for in terms of the leaders are the Athletics. Yes. That one is worth $94 PSA 10. We got Pete O'Brien of the Rangers. We've got Kevin Bass of the Astros. We got Don Gordon. Are we looking for Don? We're looking for Don Sutton. Yeah, we're looking for Don Sutton. We have Al Perdique, rookie for the Pirates. Al Perdique. We got Terry Steinbach of the Athletics. And Charles Hudson of the Yankees. We got one more on the end here. Al Leiter, Future Stars. I don't think we have any Al's on the list. When I refer to the list, it simply means the cards that when rated PSA 10 are worth more than $100. Because the The ceiling is a Don Mattingly World of Baseball card number 300, worth $1,700 PSA 10 or $202 PSA 9. So let's see if we can get one of those. All right, let's start with Mike Campbell of the Mariners, Future Stars. We got Charlie Paleo. Is he on the list? Thought we had a Paleo on the list. Maybe that was a different last name that I was looking for. No. Dick Williams, a manager for the Mariners. We got Vince Coleman of the Cardinals. We have Ken Phelps of the Mariners. We have there we go, Nolan Ryan of the Astros. There we go, and that's number 250, right? Yep. Excellent, 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 excellent. The centering looks a bit off in this one. Looks like there's a lot more on the right side than the left side, and a lot more on top than on the bottom, but I will nonetheless put it in a semi-rigid. Let's see. Uh-oh. Did I just put the entire pack? Oh, Jesus. What am I doing? All right. Well, we'll just restart. Whoops. Dave Dravecki of the Giants. We have Greg Walker of the White Sox. Ron Robinson of the Reds. Frank Viola of the Twins. We have Paul Noss of the Cubs. Mike Easler of the Yankees. We got Steve Farr of the Royals. We have Greg Gagne of the Twins. We have Bob Stanley of the Red Sox. Excuse me. Tommy Hinzo of the Indians. Jeff Russell of the Rangers. We have Larry Herndon. I thought we had a Larry somewhere. No, maybe we just got a lot of Larrys. The Tigers, Bert Blevin of the Twins. John Franco of the Reds. We have Ross Jones of the Royals. We have Terry Leach of the Mets. Don Shadzetter of the Twins. Larry Parrish of the Rangers. Jeff Stone of the Phillies. Keep him. Shawn Dunston of the Cubs. We'll keep him, of course. Dave Henderson of the Giants. Jeff Musselman, the Blue Jays rookie. Mark Davis, Padres. Joe Hesketh of the Expos. All-Star American League, Willie Randolph. You know what? I'll separate this. I'll separate these. Trying to keep the inserts and stuff separated just so I could get to them easier. Because there's a lot of cards here. 500 in each box, and I have 1,500 cards to go through. Let's see. We have Ken Phelps of the Mariners. Vince Coleman of the Cardinals. We got Dick Williams. Again, I think he showed up like 2 or 3 times of the Mariners. Charlie Puleo of the Braves. Who else do we have? Luis Salazar of the Padres. George Bell, All-Star. Put him aside. We got Ron Guindry of the Yankees. Dale Horkick of the Rangers. Nelson Liriano. Nelson? Do we have Nelson? No Nelson on the list. Of the Blue Jays. Oh, here's another Kirby Puckett, American All-Star. Keep him aside. We'll put a semi-rigid on that one too. We have Billy Hatcher. I don't think we have any Billies. On the Astros, Mike Trujillo of the Mariners. Julio Franco of the Indians. Bobby Witt of the Rangers. Garth Eorg of the Blue Jays. Another All-Star, Tom Hankey. Put him aside. We got Corey Snyder of the Indians. Scott Bradley of the Mariners. We have Mark Kubichka of the Royals. I don't see any Mark. Mickey Brantley of the Mariners. We got Mariano Duncan of the Dodgers. Tim Wallach, All-Star National League. I don't think Tim's on the list. Bud Black of the Royals. Terry Pendleton of the Cardinals. George Bell of the Blue Jays. Keith Atherton of the Twins. Scott McGregor of the Orioles. Jamie Moyer of the Cubs will keep. Got a Mariners leaders. Benny Santiago, All-Star National League. Dwayne Murphy of the Athletics. We have John Farrell. No. On the Indians. Manny Lee on the Blue Jays. Eric Bell on the Orioles. We got Brewers leaders. Bill Pecota of the Royals. We have Ken Caminiti of the Astros. We have Paul Molitor of the Brewers. We have an Orioles leaders. Got Hal Lanier, manager for the Astros. Mike Witt of the Angels. Les Lancaster of the Cubs. Add that to the personal. Rick Leach. Mike Henneman. Mike Hanneman. Nope. Angels leaders. Brewers, Ernie Riles. Kevin Seitzer, rookie for the Royals. Jose Guzman. I don't think we have any Jose's on the list. Jay Baller of the Cubs. And Tom Kelly, manager for the Twins. So let's put Kirby Puckett in a semi-rigid. There we go. Put him away. Let's put these aside. And I will put penny sleeves on these eventually. Give me a little sip of water. Hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. We've gone through more than half of the box of picture cards so far. And then at the end, we'll do a little review of everything that we've got. I'm going to break from opening things until I log all of this. And then maybe I'll do another update video. But again, I have 2 more of these. Aside from this one that we're opening now. So yeah, hoping to see what we get out of it, and if something like this is actually profitable to do. Eventually I'm going to put all of these in penny sleeves, but we'll get around to that. I hope to have the entire collection, albeit graded plus ungraded sometime, you know? I think that would be really fun. All right. Start us off with Kurt Young of the Athletics. We got Glenn Hubbard of the Braves. Tim Raines, All-Star National League. Ken Dixon of the Orioles. Mike LaViere of the Pirates. Jimmy Key, All-Star American League. Dwight Evans of the Red Sox. Dwight, we don't have. Juan Samuel of the Phillies, we'll keep. Brett Butler of the Indians. I don't see a Brett. I see a Bruce and a Bob. Terry McGriff of the Reds. Jesse Barfield of the Blue Jays. Gary Reedus. I don't think we have any Garys. Of the White Sox. Johnny Ray of the Angels. No Johnnies. We have Johns, but no Johnnies. Jim Traber of the Orioles. Lloyd Mosby of the Blue Jays. Charlie O'Brien of the Brewers. I knew I was going to start memorizing some of these names as we continued. Wayne Tolson of the Yankees. We got Dick Schofield of the Angels. Bill Madlock of the Tigers. Tim Bertsas. I don't think we have any Tims on the list. No. Mike Bodeker of the Orioles. Do we have Mikes, but I don't think that's the right Mike. We have Mike Pagliarulo. Number 435 that we're looking for in terms of Mikes. Oral Hersher of the Dodgers. We got Roger Clemens of the Red Sox. He, I would think, would be on the list. We'll set him aside. Shane Mack of the Padres. Todd Benzinger of the Red Sox. Andy Allenson of the Indians. Don Mattingly. Do we have that Don? Don Sutton is what we're looking for. Oh, wait, hold on. Don Mattingly. Yo! This is the card that's worth, like, hold on, wait. Let me double check that. Let me double check it. No, the wrong Don Mattingly. But I'm still interested in how much he potentially may be worth. So I knew that there was a Don that I was looking for. Yeah, it's a different version of the. That must be separate from the. That must have been like a special card in the set. Because it's a $60 card. But it is number 300 that we're looking for. It's just slightly different. On the front, it has. It says New York AL across it. Although when I look for sales, it doesn't say much. Best of the World Baseball Edition. Oh, it was a... Looking at some of the listings on eBay, the titles, it says Don Mattingly promotional card that was recalled by Don. So that's why that card is so expensive. That would make sense. All right. Well, let's keep her going then. Dang it, I forgot. Okay, here we go. Too many cards on the desk. Too many cards. I need to like tape off the sections of my desk. Like this is where you put the cards when you type it on the computer or something. Mike Kingery of the Mariners. Tom Niedfuhr of the Orioles. Don't have no Tom. Bobby Bonilla of the Pirates. Surprised also he's not on the list. Darryl Strawberry of the Mets. Strawberry we'll collect. We'll keep. Rance Mullenix of the Blue Jays. Billy Ripken. Here we go. Another one of the Orioles. Bill Buckner of the Angels. Bill Schroeder of the Brewers. Edel Wine of the Braves. Reed Nichols of the Expos. Dave Stieb of the Blue Jays. We don't have any Daves. Tony Bernazard of the Athletics. Kent Urbeck of the Twins. Eddie Milner of the Giants. Glenn Davis of the Astros. I don't think we have a Glennon on here anywhere. Rick Sutcliffe of the Cubs, personal collection. Sid Bream of the Pirates. Randy Myers of the Mets. Ed Hearn of the Royals. Dale Sveum of the Brewers. Oh, a Ryan Sandberg. The corners look a bit fuzzy. They're sharp, but it just has a little bit of the extra, like it wasn't a clean cut. But I will want to get that graded. And Andy Van Slyke of the Pirates. So let's put those cards in semi-rigids. And I need more semi-rigids here in a minute. And then I'm going to keep these two separate, Bobby Bonilla and Roger Clemens. Because I would imagine that they're popular players. Surprised they're not higher on the tier list. Let's see what else we got. Joe Niekro of the Twins. Gene Nelson. We need Gene Larkin. Close. Cecil Cooper of the Brewers. Frank White of the Royals. Who do we have behind him? Randy St. Clair of the Expos. Jim Fregosi of the White Sox. Come on now. Joel Skinner of the Yankees. Floyd Rayford of the Orioles. Danny Jackson of the Royals. We have Alvin Davis of the Mariners. Bob Dernier, Cubs. Add that to the personal. Marvel Wynn, Padres. Gary Lucas of the Angels. Cecilio Guante. Is he on the list? Cecilio. No. Larry Sheets of the Orioles. Roy Smalley of the Twins. Greg Gross. No. Of the Phillies, but we'll keep him for our personal. Chris Spear of the Giants. Ron Hassey of the White Sox. Wally Ritchie of the Phillies. Ken Williams of the White Sox. Mark Ciardi of the Brewers. What a great photo, by the way. And Mark is not on the list. We don't have a Mark. We got Barry Leones of the Mets. Wes Gardner of the Red Sox. Rod Booker of the Cardinals. Roger Craig, manager of the Giants. Craig Reynolds of the Astros. Darren Dalton of the Phillies. Ed Correa of the Rangers. Bill Dolly of the Cardinals. Doug Jones of the Indians. Dave Bergman. Do we have a Dave? Dave and Doug Sisk. Although that name sounds familiar. I wonder if we picked him out. Lee Aaliyah, manager of the Phillies. Kurt Stillwell of the Reds. Drew Hall of the Cubs. Steve Leones of the White Sox. Dave Meads of the Astros. And again, we don't have any Daves on the list. We have... Did we... Wait. We passed the... Dwight Gooden's on the list, and he must have been like in the first stack. Because I remember coming across Dwight somewhere along the lines. I'm just sorting through now. John Mickey, Jim, Ozzy, Juan, Jeff, Joel, Pete, Larry, John, Brian, Todd, Fred. I'm going to have to go back through the cards and pick him out. I could have sworn. Because I remember when I looked at it, I was like, oh, The Office, like Dwight Schrute. It's like, no, different Dwight. Let's carefully restack these. Put them over there. And then, yeah, let me... He had to have been in like something like this. No, Jesse, Dave, Kevin, Jose, Roger, Doyle, Willie, Jimmy, Jeff, Chuck, Mike, Chuck, Lenny, Chuck, Bob, Thad, Jim, Bobby, Kelly, Terry, Lee, Bob, Record Rickers, Don Mattingly. Also keep that aside. Rafael Santera, Dan Petery. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. Where is this guy? I know for a fact that I've come across him. Raphael, Jose, Dave. This one's pretty cool. Put that aside. Howard, John. Dwight Gooden. Man, that's so weird. Let me check this second stack. Man, I feel like I'm going insane. I definitely did pick up with Dwight. We do have a Dave, right? Or Don. It was Don. But it's Don Sutton that we need, not Don Gordon. Bruce, Wallace, Steve, Danny, Dave, Bob, Barry Jones, Robin, Donald, Joe, Eric, Bill, Rob. Royals leaders will set aside, as we've been doing. Len. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Man, I swear I'm not going insane. Unless Dwight Gooden was one of the keep piles. Let me see. Dwight Gooden played for the... Oh, that's an All-Star National card. One of them in here, if at all anywhere. Willie Randolph. Nope. Okay. That is a big no from the... And these we all went over. Put that there. Put these over here. All right, let's see. Second to last chunk of cards. Might as well pull them all out now. here. All right, that is an empty box. You can see that it wasn't very like secure, I guess. Damage on the inside of the box. It was not too terrible. For the most part, the cards are protected, but would suck if we got like a really good card, but it was unfortunately damaged by the box. Mel Hall, Joey Meyer, a Future Stars, Lee Smith of the Cubs, Ricky Horton, the Cardinals, Pascual Perez, Butch Weingar, Denny Walling, Bert Saberhagen, Dave Anderson. I don't think we have any Daves. I do this every time we come across a D name. Ooh. Well, that's fine. Glenn Wilson, Phillies. Tony Phillips, Dickie Knowles, Cubs. Andres Galarraga of the Expos. Buddy Bell of the Reds. Tito Landrum of the Dodgers. We got Reds leaders. Hey, we got Ken Griffey. But I think that's senior instead of the junior. I'm still going to put him aside. Ooh, that's like is that a thicker card? I don't know. Maybe it's just confirmation bias. Lee Mazzilli of the Mets. Neil Allen. Glenn Hoffman. No, we don't have any Glens. Scott Garreletts, Braves leaders. Steve Buechele. I don't think we have any Steves. Nope. Ken Howell of the Dodgers. Jerry Reed of the Mariners. Rocky Childress of the Astros. Lance McCullers of the Padres. Mariners, Dennis Powell. We have a record breaker, Benny Santiago. Shortstop All-Star, Alan Schrammel. Mark Lanston. Rick Rodriguez. Greg Brock. No Gregs. Brian Fisher of the Pirates. Dave Lopes of the Astros. Tim Cruz of the Dodgers. Bill Long of the White Sox. Kirk McCaskill, the Angels. Jimmy Key of the Blue Jays. A card stuck behind him. Jim Presley. No Jims. Rick Roden of the Yankees. No Ricks. Rafael Ramirez. No Rafaels. Jim Clancy. I think there's just Johns. Yeah, no Jims. Phil Bradley of the Mariners. Another checklist. We got Gene Mausch. We're looking for Gene Larkin. Sid Fernandez of the Mets. Jose Lind, Future Stars. We got Chris Bondo of the Indians. Rich Gosich of the Padres. Greg Cataret. No Gregs. Just to make sure. Cool. Don Baylor of the Twins. Jay Tibbs of the Expos. Jack Clark of the All-Stars National League. Glenn Braggs, Brewers. Don Schultz of the Mets. Dave Concepcion of the Reds. And Mark Davidson of the Twins. And we have one final stack of cards before I painstakingly go through and penny sleeve and track each of these individual cards. Oh. All right, let's see what we got. Greg Matthews of the Cardinals. Mike Morgan of the Mariners. Tim Burtsus of the Athletics. Mike Bodeker of the Orioles. Oral Hershiser of the Dodgers. Roger Clemens, another one. Another Roger Clemens that I put aside. So let me just put that one aside as well. Shane Mack, Padres. Todd Benzinger. Do we have a Todd? No, I don't think we do. Andy Allenson of the Indians. Don Mattingly. Here's another one. Number 300. Not the right Don Mattingly. But we'll set this one aside. I don't know if I semi-rigid the other one. Mike Kingery, the Mariners. Tom Niednunfer of the Orioles. Bobby Bonilla, put him aside. Another Darryl Strawberry, I'll also put him aside. Rance Mulliniks of the Blue Jays. Billy Ripken, another one, Orioles. I don't know if that has to be junior, right? Oh no, that's wait, Billy Ripken. Never mind. I'm getting my juniors, seniors, and what have you nots confused. Bill Buckner. We got Bill Schroeder. Ed Olwine of the Braves. Reed Nichols of the Expos. Joey Meyer, a Brewers future stars. Lee Smith of the Cubs. Ricky Horton of the Cardinals. We got Pascual Perez of the Expos. I'm putting too many cards into my keep pile. Butch Weingar. Do we have a Butch? No, I guess not. Denny Walling. No. Brett Saberhagen, Dave Anderson, Glenn Wilson, Bill Long, Kirk McCaskill, Jimmy Key. Upside down we have John Franco, the Reds, Danny Cox, Steve Bedrosian, National League, Juan Castillo. I think Castillo. No. Nope, I think I did this the last time that I pulled him. Fred Tolliver of the Phillies, Scott Fletcher, the Rangers, Bruce Benedict. Do we have a Bruce? We do. Bruce Benedict, PSA 10 worth $98. Boy, howdy. Who else do we have? Ken Schrom of the Indians. We got Will Clark of the Giants. Dan Oz of the Orioles. We got Eddie Williams of the Indians. I don't think we have any Eddies. Nope, we got Bob Melvin of the Giants. Shane Rowley, All-Star National League for the Phillies. Keep that in my personal collection. Greg Swindle, the Indians. Ricky Henderson of the Yankees. He is on the list as well. PSA 10, $113. I don't know, and this is obvious, I don't know if they're PSA 10 until I actually submit them, but I wish to learn more about how to judge if a card is PSA 10 or not. But in any case, it's fun to at least acknowledge that these go for a lot of money if they're PSA 10s. But we shall see. We shall see. Scott Baez of the Indians. We got Steve Kiefer of the Brewers. Mike Fitzgerald, the Expos. Ernie Witz of the Blue Jays. Pedro Guerrero of the Dodgers. And Jeff Ballard of the Orioles. Well, there we go. We just went through them all in record time. I'm already looking forward to open up the next two boxes. I was a little bit worried about the condition of these cards, but it seems like, it is what it is in terms of for the majority of the cards were fine. I think the majority of the issues were with printing errors. Maybe the centering of it was off by a little bit, or maybe the printer ink just bubbled or something like that. But in any case, it looks like we have. Let me go through here. Billy Ripken, Darryl Strawberry, Bobby Bonilla, Don Mattingly, Roger Clemens, Ken Griffey, another Bobby Bonilla, and another Roger Clemens. Then we have Ricky Henderson of the Yankees, Bruce Benedict of the Braves, Darryl Strawberry of the Mets, another Bill Ripken of the Orioles, Ryan Sandberg of the Cubs, Don Mattingly of the Yankees, Kirby Puckett All-Star American League, Nolan Ryan Astros, Cal Ripken of the Orioles, Kirby Puckett of the Twins, Barry Bonds of the Pirates, Cal Ripken Sr. of the Orioles, John Cangelosi of the Pirates, Mike Schmidt of the Phillies, Dwight Gooden. Oh, here's Dwight. So we did find him. Dwight Gooden of the All-Star National Leagues, Mookie Wilson of the Mets. Record breakers, we got Eddie Murray and Nolan Ryan. And now, I guess it just comes down to me going through everything, making sure that I log everything accordingly. And yeah, then I'll be looking forward to opening up another one of these boxes. But hope you find that interesting, and now you know what is inside a vendor pack from 1988 baseball tops. So, sweet deal, guys. No, thank you so much for joining, and hope to see you again soon. Cheers, guys.